Hi guys, welcome to Watkins Way. Today we're going to make guacamole. I got a good deal on the avocados. I don't know why, but grocery stores had tons of them, so I bought a bunch of avocados. My ingredients is I'm going to use about 5 avocados. I get Roma tomatoes. I'm going to use 2 Roma tomatoes, a little bit of cilantro. I'm going to use half of a jalapeno, and I'll tell you why I'm only going to use half in just a minute. And I'm going to use half of a red or Spanish onion and juice of a lime. So what we're going to do is I take my Roma tomatoes and I take the kind of, I guess, the seeds and the pulp out of it, and then I chop these in just little bite-sized pieces, because what you're going to do, you're going to eat this with chips. So on your chip, you don't want anything really big. So we're going to do that. Then I take my onion and I'm going to cut this in little pieces too. And what I like to do with the onion is, notice how I didn't go all the way over here because it tends to fall apart. I do that and then slice it really thin, real thin. So you don't want, this is kind of strong, so you don't want it to overpower the guacamole. So see how thin that is? Then I just give it a little extra chop, get it chopped up. Like I said, you don't want the red onion to overpower the guacamole. Then we got that, and we'll add our tomatoes in our bowl. We're gonna add our onions. I've already pre-chopped some cilantro. I got my jalapeno, and I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna take the jalapeno, move that over there so you can see this, and I'm gonna slice it little bite-sized pieces. And even when I get that done, I'm just going to give it a final chop. And then we're going to add that. Then we're going to use juice of half a lime. Squeeze that in there like that. So now I use about 5 avocados. And of course you saw me doing the Spanish onion and tomatoes, cilantro. So what I'm going to do is, don't try this at home, probably cut yourself. Anyway, so let's put our avocado in. Like I said, we're going to use 5 avocados, and I like to cut it like that because it comes out in little bite-sized pieces. And when I mix this all up together, I don't care if it's chunky, if it's smooth, it doesn't matter. Some people like it a little chunky. I like it a little bit of both, you know, a little bit of chunky, a little bit of smooth too. And we're gonna get all this, and we're gonna get it all mashed up. And you just take a fork and mash this up. All right, now that we got all this mashed up, I have my secret ingredient, which is the Watkins Way. And what I do is I make my own hot sauce. And I go ahead and I use Roma tomatoes in this. So what I do is I take about 3 Roma tomatoes, 2 Serrano chilies, take some fresh garlic, and a little bit of lime juice, and I take red pepper flakes, and I puree it. And I got a food processor, I throw all that in and I puree it, and then I got my own hot sauce, and I've sprinkled a little bit of red pepper flakes right on top. So here's the Watkins Way for my guacamole, is I make my homemade hot sauce. And I know I just told you how to make it, but in my descriptions on the video, it'll be listed right there. So if you didn't remember what I said, just go to the descriptions on my video and you'll have it. So this is our guacamole I mean. So let's take this and get some chips and take a sample. So this is really a good guacamole, and the hot sauce really does make a difference. So good. Anyway, that's guacamole the Watkins way. and it's pretty hot. So anyway, thanks guys. Please subscribe. Take care. See you next time. Bye.